Hi everyone, I am back again, and today I'm going to be doing a video on full glam, and I'm doing one eye is going to be matte and one eye is going to be shimmer. So it's like shimmer full glam versus matte full glam, you know. I will just apologise, so my hair I did a look yesterday, a galaxy look, and I got all this purple in my hair and it's impossible to get out, so I'm going to try and shower it out later. Yeah, ignore all the purple you can see anywhere on my arms. It went absolutely everywhere, okay? So ignore that, please. So I'm going to start with my Pew's base in 0.5 and I'm going to put that on my lid and all over my eye area like that, and I will just blend it in. So when I think of full glam, I always think of shimmer. Honestly, full glam, shimmer, end of. But just recently, people have been much more into the matte full glam, and it is quite nice. It is nice. So I just sort of wanted to show you guys two different full glam looks that you could try and see what you prefer, if you prefer the matte or the shimmer. I like both, but I just love to add a little bit of shimmer. That's just me. And there's so many different full glam looks you can do. Like, honestly, there's thousands of different looks that you could do, but this is just two that I think are very sort of versatile. You could use them for many different occasions. I just feel like they're very useful and very wearable. So I'm now going to take my Revolution baking powder in lace and a little powder contour brush or something, and I'm going to put that all over where I've just put that base. It will go everywhere, don't worry. Don't worry if it falls down, because we will just be getting rid of anything that falls down anyway. For the eyeshadow, I am going to be starting with the matte look. So I will be starting with the Revolution Reloaded palette. There's lots of these, like they've done so many different colours of these, and this is the Iconic 3.0. It's got some lovely shimmers and some nice mattes as well. It's quite useful because it's got sort of everything you need for daytime, nighttime. You know, I mean, it's not very good for like creative because it's quite toned down, but for, you know, everyday looks and stuff like that, it's very, very handy. So I'm going to start by taking my setting brush from Real Techniques. If you've been here before, you will know that I use this for an eyeshadow brush because it's really, really good for blending, and I just love it. I'm going to take, I don't think these have names. I think it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to take, I can't be bothered with all these numbers. This one here at the end, and it's a nice sort of like a grey toned nude, I would say, probably. I'm just going to put that all over, just above my crease, and I'm going to work my way up to the brow bone. It's very light. If you have darker skin, I mean, I'm very pale, you know, if you're much darker, this will look much different on you. So now I'm going to take my P. Louise brush in 120, and I will take this shade here, which is a really nice matte shade. It is like sort of like a light brown, I suppose. Yeah, a lightish brown. And I'm just putting that just above my crease. Again, if you've been here before, you will know that I like to create that illusion of a bigger eyelid space, a slightly higher crease, and I'm just bringing that to the outer corner as well and smoking that out a little bit. I'm just really blending that up to not quite as high as we set the other colour, but a little bit higher than that. There we go. Then what I'm going to do is take a more defined brush. This is the P. Louise 118 and it's slightly smaller, and I will take this shade here. I'm just going to put that just above the crease again. I am just focusing on that crease colour. And leaving that last colour as the transition colour that will do all the work of the transitioning. Now I am just going to take that second colour we used, which was the light brown, on the second brush we used as well, which is the P. Louise 120. I'm just going to reinforce that shade in the middle. Just make sure that is still there, like that. Now I'm going to take my P. Louise brush in 1.124. Now I'm going to take this darker brown here. This is very much a sort of like a detail brush. It's very small. I'm going to pack that right on the outer corner, like literally right there. At the minute I'm not blending it, I'm literally just patting it on, packing it on, as I like to say. We will be blending it, don't worry. When you've built that up, like that, so it's nice and dark, blend that in. And I'm just going to blend that in, not all the way along. I'm just going about here, probably, about here. And then we're going to just really blend that in. Now I'm just going to take the, oh, not that one, the P. Louise 120 again, and I'm going to take this fluffier, it's a fluffier brush than the others, and I'm just going to blend that with no product on it. I'm literally just blending that out and also into the other colours. Then I'm just going to take that lighter brown, this one here, I'm just going to reinforce that colour there, just back where they were, you know, we're not moving them around or anything like that, we're literally just putting them back where they were, where they've got sort of lost in transition. It is quite important to make sure that darker brown is really packed on there, because we do want that bit to be a bit darker, just on that outer corner. Now for the lid colour, I'm not going to be cutting the crease. I just want it, because I want it quite smoky, I don't want any sharp areas, so I do just want to make the area a little bit lighter but not sharp. So I'm going to take that same palette, I'm going to take this white shade, not the shimmery one, the matte one, on a flat brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that all over my lid, but up to here. Okay, so where we did that brown shade, the dark brown, we don't want to be going too much on there, so we want to be stopping that there, and then of course we'll need to just take the fluffier brush and just make sure that that is smoky and soft, just making sure that I haven't made that sharp like that. For the eyeliner, I'm going to use the Maybelline Hyper Precise All Day liquid eyeliner pen, and I will draw a line across the lash line, not too thick but also not too thin. Then we're going to wing it out, so I'm just going to put a wing probably a medium-ish size wing. We want a definite wing, but we don't want anything too massive. And I'm just going to join that on to the rest of the eyeliner, like that. For the Shimmer Eye, I will be using the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat. Yeah, it's got 6 shades, so it's a little one. And I'm going to go first with the setting brush, again by Real Techniques. I'm going to take this shade here, this third one along, and I'm going to put that just above the crease, and this is like the base colour, so it's going up towards the brow bone. I'm just blending that out. I love this palette. It's really small, but also the pigments are very handy. The colours are very versatile, and also honestly, yeah, these pigments are so good. They're really buildable and also very, very blendable. Like, look at that, that's blending so easily and so nicely. I'm just making sure I'm bringing that up as far as I want it. Now I'm going to take the P. Louise, I'm using the same brushes as earlier, I've just wiped them and stuff. This is the P. Louise 120 brush, because we're basically creating a very similar look, but with adding some shimmer. Obviously these are all matte shades, so I am using matte shades at the minute. So this one, I'm using this colour here. Actually, they have names. That first one was Hot Spell, and this one is Hest. This is a slightly darker brown. I am going with a warmer, like this is much cooler, this side, cooler toned, and this side is much warmer. It's got warmer browns and golds, stuff like that. So I'm just going to put that just above the lid, and I'm just blending that upwards, again not as high as that first shade. Now I'm taking the P. Louise brush 118, and of course I'm taking the dark brown, which is Strike. You know, with palettes, I don't know if it's just me, the names of the shades are so small, always so small. Now I'm just going to put that above the lid, again on the high crease, and then I'm going to put that in the outer corner. Now I'm going to start packing that onto the outer corner and the outer section of the eye, and then I'm just blending that into the rest of the makeup. It's slightly different to the other side. You can probably tell it is slightly different. Yeah. Because we're using one less shade as well, so, or one less of the darker shades. So, yeah. And now I'm just going to reinforce that slightly lighter brown, the Hest. With shimmer you can go much darker, you can go much lighter. This is sort of medium-ish, I would say. Now again, you could cut the crease first. I'm actually not going to today, just because that's not really the sort of look I'm going for. I'm going for a much softer, shimmery look. Now what I'm going to do is take my Intergalactic palette from Jolie Beauty. I love this palette so much. I'm just going to go ahead and put this shade here on, and I'm going to apply it with my finger. This is really, really beautiful. Like, look how shimmery that is. Oh my god, it's ridiculously beautiful. I'm just going to put that on with my finger. It goes on so easily as well. Like, you literally sweep it on and it's just there. So I just got rid of the fall down. For the eyeliner, I'm going to do quite similar to the other eye. Now I'm going to do the wing around the same. So I'm just going to do the rest of my face, and then I will come back for the cheeks, because I do feel like the cheeks are quite important, and the finishing touches really. See you in a minute, guys. Hi guys, I'm back. I've done my face makeup, I've done my eyebrows. I've also I forgot to do it earlier, so I did it. I just added a bit of a cat eye in the corner. I'm actually going to use a different palette for my both of the lower lash lines. So I'm going to use this LA Splash, or it might be the Splash Cosmetics, I don't know, you work it up for yourself. But I really like the packaging on this, and it's really beautiful. I actually got this out of a glossy box, yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a very precise brush. I'm actually gonna take this brush here. So I'm starting with this side, this shade here. I'm going to put that under here. Now the reason I'm using this palette rather than the other ones, you can just use the other ones and use the same shades, but with this one I just feel like the shades are slightly darker, and it also has a brown, a black, so obviously it's just perfect for the lower lash, because I do want some black. Because I want both sides to be very smoky, very dark. I like it to be very sort of like smoky and dark. Now I'm just going to take a eyeshadow brush. This is what we used earlier, the P. Louise 124. And just taking no product, I'm just literally blending that down. Keep blending it downwards, really smoke it out, you know. And I just really like to smoke it out, like, obviously be careful, we are getting some fall down here, but the reason I do this is because you have to do it after the face makeup is done, in my opinion, because otherwise you're going to be going over it with the sponge. So I'm just creating this really smoking it out sort of look, you know. Obviously it's quite a lot darker now, but that's what I want. I want it to be a bit more, you know, just darker. You don't have to add this step, you can just do the bottom, but I do like to just make it a little bit just darker, a bit more smoky, you know. Now I'm going to take that little brush again, I'm going to take the black from that palette, and I'm just going to go literally just along the lash line, nowhere else, just along that lower lash line, I should say, sorry. I'm just gonna go over the eyeliner as well. For the other eye, I'm going to be taking this shade here, so the slightly warmer toned, lighter shade. I'm not going to make this one quite as dark, just because the shimmer, I feel like shimmer looks need to be maybe slightly lighter, not quite as dark. And I'm just going to go ahead and take a fluffier brush and smoke that out a little bit, smoke it downwards like the other one. Then what I'm going to do is take this shade here, which is a shimmery sort of copper, take that on a smaller brush, and I'm just going to put that under the eye as well, just a little bit, just to create that little bit of shimmer. A little bit, it's almost like a metallic rather than a shimmer, but it is shimmery. Now for the bronzer, I'm going to use my Laura Geller Bronze and Brighten Baked Colour Correcting Bronzer and a big fan brush. I'm just going to put that on my cheeks. For the blush, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Highlight Blush, and just a blush brush, and I'm going to put that along here. In some of my other videos I have sort of gone over in more detail the contouring. I'm just showing you guys just quickly the process and also what products I'm using on my cheeks. Now, what I would say with full glam, I do feel like your cheeks should be a bit more like, so if you're going out on a daily basis, some people do like to do the full contouring, but I definitely go much softer. And for the full glam look, I certainly do put slightly more blush, slightly more highlight, just to make my cheeks look that little bit more glamorous. I'm going to take a little fan brush. I'm going to take my I Heart Revolution Snowflake Heart Highlighter, and I'm going to put that on my cheekbones. Again, I do like to put a bit more on than I normally would if I'm going for full glam. I just much prefer how it looks to go with the makeup. And if I'm going out somewhere really nice, I just like to glow a little bit more, you know, I like to be a bit more shimmery. So then I just like to go over with the blush brush again and just blend that in a little bit so it's not too harsh. That's it for the cheeks, guys. I'm just going to do my lashes on my lips and then I'll be back with you. Hi guys, I'm back. So I've just brushed my hair, obviously. I've done my lips and my lashes. I chose red because when I think of full glam, I either think of like red or like nude, maybe a really pale pink, you know, so I thought I'd go with red because it goes with both of the looks. The lips are actually NYX Velvet Matte Lipstick in, it says Rouge à Lèvres. I don't know if that's the colour, maybe, I don't know, but it's this really beautiful red, very good, very creamy, pigmented, dries very matte. Lashes, I'm wearing Sandy Glam lashes in Thick, which is thick with 2 C's without the K, just CC, like thick. Yeah, so what do you think, guys? This is the matte look, this is the shimmer look. I really hope that the camera does actually pick up how shimmery that is, because it's just so beautiful, honestly. It really is. I hope that it does. If not, then you'll see it on the picture, I'm sure. Obviously this one's matte, it's very dark, smoky, very sort of angled, you know, it's very smoked out. This one's very compact, you know, still smoky. This one's slightly cooler, this one's slightly warmer, etc. So yeah, let me know what you think. Which one do you prefer? You can, as I say, there's so many different looks you can do. Like full glam is just so open, you know, you can do gold, pink, any colour, you can just make it into full glam, you know. For me, the shimmer it's much more, for me, the full glam, whereas this is more sort of, I don't know, it's glamorous, but it's sort of more, I don't know. I'd say I'd wear this more if I was going out, whereas this is more sort of glamorous, like maybe going for a meal or having a photo shoot or something like that, you know. But a lot of people do prefer the matte look. You didn't have to do the really dark bit at the end, you could just leave it how it was quite light, but I do prefer to have that really dark bit. As you can hopefully see, you've still got all those colours in there, but it's just much darker. The flicks, I feel like the flicks, you know, the winged liner, definitely for me, you need the winged liner. Like, it's just so much more glamorous in my opinion. It's classic, it's just, yeah, wing liner and red lips for me is glam, pure glam. So yeah, which one do you prefer, guys? Matte or shimmer? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed my video, and I really hope to see you in my next video. And I also really hope that this has helped you out with some tips, and maybe you'll be able to create one of these looks. If you do, then please tag me on Instagram. It is Sandy Glam MUA. Tag me. I want to show it off. I want to show you off, guys. Yeah, and if you would like and subscribe, that would make me very, very happy as well. Please. Thank you. Thank you in advance. I will see you in my next video. Bye.